Hi guys, and welcome back to the Canadian Glam channel. Glam here, and as you can see, this is the FACEatelier final review. So I'm just going to jump right into it. For those of you that have not seen my first impressions information video, where I talk more in detail about each product and about the company themselves, I will link that in the description bar below, along with the website and the tutorial for this look featuring these shimmers from FACEatelier. So I'm just going to start off with a few of the products. Overall, I had kind of mixed feelings about these products. Either there were some that I really loved and some that I was kind of iffy on. So again, FACEatelier is a high-end cosmetic brand. They're on the organic mineral powders side of things, but for some things I agree completely with spending my money on, and then some of the things I will not be repurchasing. So I'll let you know more in detail with each individual things. So the first one I'm going to pick up, I'll start with the base. So these are the sample sizes that I was given, and one of the things that I was sent was the FACEatelier liquid foundation. I got mine in the shade number 4, and I'll just show you by opening the lid. So it's the color right here. I believe it's in the color Sands. Kind of, you can tell in my first impressions video I wasn't very over impressed with it, and I used it. It's got a nice coverage, but it's supposed to be a full coverage foundation, and I found just personally on my skin it was more of a sheer to medium coverage. I really had to pack on the product to get a full coverage for myself, and I also noticed that in certain spots either my skin didn't really agree to it, or it was the formula. You know, it could have been a various different things, but in certain spots on my cheeks the color was kind of lifting after only an hour, and I did go ahead and set that with a setting spray. So for me, the foundation is a mess, but lots of people are raving about it, lots of people love it. So I mean, it's all depend on you, and you can buy sample sizes of these products. These are the sample sizes that you will get. So I mean, that's just my opinion on the product. Definitely take it with a grain of salt, however you will, and you can also purchase the sample sizes and try them yourself and kind of judge rather than going in and buying the full-sized bottle off the bat. That's, you know, one great thing about this company. The next thing is the translucent face powder. So again, I wasn't overly impressed with it. I mean, it's a good face powder or translucent powder, but for me it looked more, it's supposed to be translucent, and it showed up more white under my under eyes and when I set my face with it, and it kind of felt a little bit chalky on my skin. So again, that could have just been the way I was applying it or my skin's reaction to it. So again, take that with a grain of salt. I mean, it is a good face powder, but I can find a few other face powders for a lesser cost than what it would be to purchase this in the full size. The next thing I got was the Malibu bronzer, and again, I was a little bit left on the disappointed side. I like the color, but again, the sample sizes, my only downfall with them, I keep dropping them for one, is these come in a compact, and for the sample size you get a broken down kind of crumbled powder, and it's in huge chunks. It's really hard to pick up any of the product to get a smooth application of it, and I just found again it didn't apply smoothly. It didn't brush in and blend out. It kind of left it really patchy looking, and that could be a big part of just because it's normally a compact and this is kind of all crumpled up in a sample size. So it could be the way that you have to test the sample that leaves it. I mean, they have a good color payoff with it, so I mean, maybe if you have the actual size of it in the compact, it might apply it more smoothly. If you guys have tried it, please let me know in the comment section below. Maybe it's just the sample size that just doesn't do it justice. I'm not quite sure. The next two things. So those were the three products that I wasn't quite impressed with. So I had the foundation, the translucent powder, and the Malibu bronzer. I wasn't too impressed with, and me personally, I wouldn't spend my money on that because, again, they are a higher end brand, so they are a little bit more on the pricey side, and for me, it's not something I would purchase. Then I got these two lipsticks. So I got the one in Coral Reef and one in Kona. So I'll show you both shades. So this is the Kona, and at first glance, I thought it was going to be a red. It's more of an orangey tone, so I mean the coloring's not what I expected, but they are really pretty. They are blendable, they are smooth, they are not as long wearing as I would have hoped for a long end or a high end lipstick, so that was one thing I was a little bit disappointed with. They did not wear as long as I thought they would, but I mean for a lipstick, they are great color pigment, they're nice and creamy, they don't dehydrate your lips. So I'm kind of in the middle with these, I'm kind of on the fence. So I have the products that I'm not happy with, I have two products that I'm kind of on the fence with, and then I have products that I really, really love. So those are the two products that I'm not quite sure about yet. They've got pros and cons. They're not as long wearing as I'd like them to be for a high-end lipstick, but again, they are creamy, they are moisturizing, they are high pigmented, so you kind of have to combat one with the other. And the three products that I am really, really loving, I'll start with the blush. So this is the blush in the shade Peach Glaze. Now when I first opened this and checked it and tried it as a blush, again, it's really hard to sample because these are normally in a compact, and again, it's in a crumpled powder. So that was one thing that started to turn me off of it. But when I swatched it, it is such a pretty peach shade. The only thing I didn't like off the bat was that it has some shimmer to it, because I typically use matte blushes, but I've been working with this one, pairing it with my I'll just kind of swatch it right there. Pairing it with my highlighters, and it leaves such a dewy, beautiful glow that it's kind of warmed on me, and it's actually one of my favorite blushes that I have right now. So if you are looking for a blush with a little bit of sheen to it, shimmer, to really help accentuate your highlight, and for spring and summer, this is definitely a blush that I recommend. So again, this is just the shade that I got. I like the formula of them. This is Peach Glaze. But overall, my absolute favorite products that this company has sent me are the shimmers. Again, I use them to help create this eye look that I'm wearing right now. I've been really loving, they're just gorgeous shimmers. They are really, really fine milled shimmers. They're super pigmented, super easy to blend, and to me, it is definitely worth the money. So this one is in the shade Aubergine, right there. I'll see if I can swatch it on the back of my hand. So again, you can tell right off the bat, it's this pretty burgundy shimmer. It shows up better on my finger than my hand, but beautiful pigmented shimmer. And it's just absolutely stunning. These are long wearing, they're long lasting, they blend smoothly. I was super impressed with these shimmers, because a lot of the times you get shimmers and they don't tend to blend very smoothly, or they don't wear a long time. But this formula that these guys created is just absolutely stunning. And this is I believe this one is the champagne color. And I'll swatch that one right there. So this is a lighter, really just pretty champagne glow color. It's absolutely stunning. So out of everything that these guys sent me, the shimmers were definitely the win for me. Like I said, the shimmers in that one Peach Glaze blush were absolutely my favorite out of the whole thing. I would definitely repurchase, or I would definitely purchase the full size. I think they're definitely worth the money to spend on them. The formula is great. They're super blendable, long wearing. Again, the lipsticks are kind of a hit and miss. There's pros and cons to them that I had mentioned. So, I mean, it's kind of hard whether or not I would purchase them or not. I'm really going to have to continue using them to really make up my mind. As of right now, it's not something I would repurchase. For the price of it, I can buy a few more of my favorite lipsticks for the cost of one of their lipsticks. So, I mean, everybody's got a different taste, so let me know if you guys have ever tried the FACEatelier line and what your favorite product was. So, not so much for the foundation, the translucent powder, or the bronzer. But again, if you guys have the full-size bronzer in the compact, let me know if it blends really smoothly, because it could just be the way that it is in this sample size. So I'm a little bit weary to say right off the bat, because I mean, if it's not in its original form, it may not blend as smoothly as I would like. So that is my final review on the FACEatelier. So again, if you guys are wanting to try this out, they do have sample sizes. And if you really want my recommendation, first off, have a look at the shimmers. They have a range of colors, and they are definitely worth their money. A little bit goes a long way. Like, I'm still working on this sample size, and I could probably use these for another couple months, even if I use them every single day, which I don't. So, I mean, even just picking up the sample size of these is well worth the money. But if you wanted to go for the full size, or you really fell in love with a certain color, purchase the full size. You will not regret it. They will last and last and last, and a little bit goes a long way. And definitely, if you're in the mood to check out some samples, definitely pick up the Peach Glaze blush. That is just my recommendation. I really, really like this blush. It kind of grew on me over time, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please, if you did, give it a thumbs up. Leave me comments below if you have tried this company, your favorite product from this company, and if you have not subscribed already, go ahead and do so. And until next time, guys, remember to inspire and be inspired. Thanks for watching. Bye.